this is my opinion of the Cavaliers trading Kyrie Irving to the Boston Celtics for Isaiah Thomas, Jay Crowder, Zizic, a first round draft pick for 2018, and now a second round draft pick for the 2020 draft. Now, as the story broke uh, last week last week, I didn't think anything would happen. I'm a huge Celtics fan, and you know, with me, I've had so many great memories with Isaiah Thomas, and it really did hurt me to see it come out because in my subscription box, I'm subscribed to ESPN and a lot of other NBA accounts and sports accounts that were reporting on it. But when you see reports from people who are analysts and people who don't have facts or anything yet, or aren't major corporations, you don't think of anything of it. And for this, it wasn't the case. I saw a couple videos from Flight Mike being put out. I believe it's Flight Mike. SDC was putting out a video. And you start off by thinking, they're just YouTube channels and not like official sports people like ESPN, Fox Sports. So yeah, you shouldn't be worried. But then I see ESPN put out a video and you just get shocked because if you're a Celtics fan, you've had so many great memories with Thomas and Crowder because they're the underdogs and everybody, well, at least in my opinion, because I'm a Celtics fan, you love the underdog. Especially these last few years when we go to the playoffs, we're not going to the NBA Finals, and we don't expect to go to the NBA Finals, and we never have until 2008. But you know what I mean. It's fun to watch these guys play. The Celtics. Who do we have? We had Thomas, we had Bradley, we had Crowder, we had Horford, and we beat people on the Wizards like John Wall and Bradley Beal. And you just think to yourself, it's hard to watch those memories go, but now it's different. As I first saw this, I was shocked and a little bit sad and scared, but now I'm actually past that point. I'm actually excited for the NBA season more than I was when we had Isaiah Thomas and Jay Crowder. So here's why. At first, I thought we flat out lost this trade. Okay, we're giving up a guy who scored 29 points for us, another guy like Jay Crowder who isn't LeBron James level, but he plays with the mentality of LeBron James in my mind. He plays and gives all his heart. Then we lose a 7-foot guy named Zizic, who I haven't even seen play in the NBA, but I'm assuming he might be good. I mean, he's 7 foot, okay? Then you're giving up the first round draft pick next year. And then now you're giving up a 2020 second round draft pick. But you get what I mean. So my honest opinion was, at first, we flat out lost. You mean Kyrie Irving? He scored 25 points last year, and we're giving Isaiah Thomas up for a guy who scored 29 points for a guy who scored 25 points. Let alone that, we're giving up also Jay Crowder, Zizic, a first round draft pick, and then a 2020 second round draft pick. What the hell are you doing, Danny Ainge? But then I thought to myself, Isaiah Thomas is leaving his prime, and 29 points this year wouldn't have happened for Isaiah Thomas if he had other people around him that were stars, like Kyrie Irving did. Kyrie Irving scored 25 points with people who always want to have the ball in their hands, like LeBron James, for one. Okay? LeBron James. Seriously. The best basketball player in the world right now. Then you got guys like Kevin Love. Okay? When they're on the bench, Kyle Korver's coming out. Okay? You got Tristan Thompson. Scorers, people, J.R. Smith, for crying out. You got scorers all around you. And you're adding points and you're putting points up like 25 points per game. That's amazing. Now, as I thought about this trade more and more and watched more videos on it and got a little bit more facts into my head, I started getting all better inside because, I don't disagree with anything Danny Ainge is doing. I think Danny Ainge is a superb GM and owner because we always give him heat every year as Celtics fans. Like a couple years ago, I think last year actually, we drafted Jaylen Brown. He got a lot of crap for that, you know. But Jaylen Brown, in my eyes, I think he's actually a pretty good player. I don't think for many other people, I actually think Jaylen Brown's pretty good. I remember when we traded Garnett, Pierce, and to the Nets for those draft picks, and we got heat for that too. Okay, so and it eventually works out for us because every team needs a rebuild. But anyway, back to the Kyrie Irving, Isaiah Thomas thing. So what's next? We give up Jay Crowder. Jay Crowder was a huge part of our offense. Okay, Jay Crowder. It's hard for me to say it, but he wasn't my favorite player to watch. I honestly thought he shot way too many threes, and he would have been even better if he laid off the threes. But still, he was great for us. He can go into the paint and score. He played great defense. All around, he was a great player. Now Zizic. Yeah. Never seen him play in the NBA. Haven't even seen any of his highlights yet. I've heard some rumors that he was pretty good in the league, but I don't know. He hasn't played in the NBA yet. But then we give up the first round draft pick, and this trade wouldn't have been done without that first round draft pick. Give me a break. Okay, the Cavs need a rebuild. Okay, there's rumors now that LeBron James is leaving, and I know they're just rumors, but sometimes rumors do come true, and you just think to yourself as a Cavs GM, what's this team gonna look like for a couple years now? We're obviously not gonna beat the Cavs are obviously thinking right now. We're still not going to beat the Warriors with the current team that they had a couple week ago. Why not rebuild now and try to do something more? You already got the championship, in 2015. What's left to do? You know what I mean? So, in short, here's this. Then we give. I think the Kyrie Irving, Isaiah Thomas thing works for us because Isaiah Thomas is leaving his prime. Kyrie Irving is entering it. And honestly, in my opinion, with Kyrie Irving now, with players around him like Gordon Hayward, who's a pretty dang nice 3-point shooter, can shoot really well. And then you got Marcus Smart, who's great at defense. Al Horford's still on the team. I honestly think Avery Bradley, when he left. By the way, Piston fans, you're getting a great player. But when he left, that was kind of hard for me because he was my favorite player on the Celtics. But anyway, when you put it up, I wouldn't be surprised if Kyrie Irving put up 30 points this year per game, average 30 points. Honestly, because who else does he have to shoot now? Gordon Hayward, who, before you give me heat, he's a great player, but Kyrie Irving's way better with handles. He can get to the paint better. Better shooter. I think, in my mind, better shooter than Gordon Hayward. Okay. I think Gordon Hayward's our average. Okay. I think he's a great player when he was on Utah, but now he's going onto the Celtics. We need Kyrie Irving, I think, in my mind. We need Kyrie Irving. And I think Danny Ainge did a pretty good job at the end. Now, as this trade was developing and stuff, it wasn't final yet because of Isaiah Thomas's injury, and that's another big factor that's going into this because think about it, Isaiah Thomas isn't fully healthy, and LeBron's basically gonna have to lead this team even harder. Okay, no more Kyrie to save you with the 3-pointer. Now he got Kevin Love. I mean, Kevin Love's a great player, but when you look at it like this, I saw how he was in the finals. Kevin Love would shoot really well when they're up in the lead. They have a lead. And when they lose the lead, he can't shoot. So he's just not a good pressure shooter. So with LeBron now having to lead this team even harder and more, and he's getting up there in age. It's not looking too good for the Cavs this year. Now, who won this trade? I still think the Cavs won this trade. The one reason why they won this trade long term. Celtics won it short term. Now, what do I mean by that? This year, the Celtics won this trade because the biggest part of that trade was that first round draft pick. Okay? Without that first round draft pick, this trade's not being done. Now, this year, the Celtics got Kyrie Irving, who I think will average 30 points per game, and Isaiah Thomas, who is slumping, who's going to be slumping a little bit this year. You're not going to see him put up 29 a game. You're going to see him probably average maybe 21, maybe go down to even 19. And that's with love with Isaiah. Like, I'm going to miss Isaiah Thomas a lot, but he's not going to score 29 points again this year. Now, I think the Celtics won this trade this year, but for the rest of the years, for rebuilding and for the rest of NBA career and NBA's sake, the Cavs won this trade because of that first round draft pick. They need a new player. They need a new star. And think about it. I've seen stuff like the Cavs aren't that good at drafting. Who they got? Anthony Bennett a couple years ago? What has he done? You know what I mean? I honestly think if you look at what I'm saying here, the Celtics won this just for this year because I think Kyrie Irving's going to average 30 points and Isaiah Thomas is going to be slumping. Jay Crowder, he's a forward. You already got two other forwards on your team that are better than him, and one of them is LeBron James. Okay, Zizic, who, I don't know. He might play good, as I said. I don't know. And then you got the future. The first round draft pick, and then a draft pick for 3 years from now in 2020 with that second round draft pick. So, and honestly, in my mind, I do think the Cavs won this trade and have benefited more from this trade. But the Celtics won it for this year. And the Celtics, I wouldn't be surprised if they beat the Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals. Just putting that out right now. I wouldn't be surprised. And this is with a little bit of bias, okay, because I am a Celtics fan, but I honestly wouldn't be surprised. That's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave your comments down below. If you guys disagree with me, please tell me some other opinions because I honestly think I know a lot about this, and I've been like looking up videos and just seeing every other different viewpoint from every angle, and that's what I'm trying to make sure I do to make out the best quality as possible. Please subscribe, like, and have a great day, guys. See ya.